And there we go, both teams on the field. So we have some Amara ships as well, some Abaddons for the first time. Guys, take it away.
Alright, I'm Kill2 here with Angel Hun for our last match of this morning. We got Circle of 2 versus Indecisive Certainty, and Circle of 2 on your left has 2 Abaddons, a Scorpion, 2 Hurricanes, a Guardian, 2 Sabers, and a Thrasher. I hope that's a Scorpion. I can't tell from where I'm at right now.
And Indecisive Certainty has a Nemesis, Rook, Scimitar, Drake, another Nemesis, Rook, Curse, Drake, and Cyclone. Fairly battlecruiser heavy team with a little bit of ECM support.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how the Abaddons do. We saw a lot of those in AT7 and haven't seen any of them so far today. In fact, really not much turret stuff going on at all in this tournament so far, so other than the battlecruisers, but we'll see how it goes. We got everything underway right now, and a Circle of 2 Saber, both Sabers taking a little bit of damage. I see some smart bombs on the field, but, or is that a Torp actually? I think it is, coming maybe from the Scorpion.
It looks like a Torp is coming from a Nemesis, and Indecisive Certainty has lost their first Nemesis.
Oh yeah, haha, Stealth Bombers, I forgot about that. Yeah, they did lose one Nemesis. They lost a Rook, it looks like, as well. Saber about to go down for Circle of 2, brought back up by the Guardian with about 5% of his structure left, but now he's down. So that Guardian working hard, that's tough to keep those frigs up, but probably he'll have a much easier time once they get to the battleships. Right now, Indecisive Certainty in kind of bad shape. They've lost definitely a lot more than Circle of 2 have.
Yeah, and it looks like not much damage is coming out from the Indecisive Certainty team. All the Abaddons do seem to be firing. It does appear to either be Scorch or Ultraviolet. I'm going to go with Scorch.
Yeah, Scorch for sure. They got all 8 turret slots used for those guns, so that's a lot of damage. Just lost the other Nemesis, so they knocked out those bombers, which actually can put up some decent DPS against these big battleships. So Indecisive Certainty getting a corner earlier, that Curse going down so fast, not even enough time to get one rep cycle from that Scimitar. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage. It's nice to see some freaking lasers get locked and be able to track and really do what they're meant to. That's great.
It's really nice to see some Amara annihilation here. It looks like CO2 is now going after the Indecisive Certainty Rook with pretty much no opposition at this point. The Circle of 2 team does seem to be holding pretty consistently, that Guardian doing a heck of a job. And their opposing Scorpion seeming to lock out the rest of the team. The Rook doesn't seem to be making a lot of impact, especially against the Abaddons.
Yeah, I saw them, you know, they're losing locks. He's getting jams now and then, but not enough. It's like if they get one cycle, it's real bad news for one of these ships. And there goes, Rook just went splat as soon as his shields got too low, as soon as those Abaddons got a little locked. So down to just 3 battlecruisers and the Scimitar for Indecisive Certainty. And they're kind of wearing down this Circle of 2 Hurricane, but really it's totally insignificant compared to the amount of damage that Circle of 2 is doing. They've still got all of their important ships on the field.
Yeah, it looks like the majority of the core ships for the Circle of 2 team are in good health. That Thrasher and Saber, the Thrasher and Hurricane do seem to be just barely hanging on, but they don't seem to be a linchpin for that team. The Scimitar now for Indecisive Certainty does seem to be taking a lot of damage. Slowly seems to be getting out of range.
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty, I guess, is going to be closing range for these Abaddons. Scorch is real good. It'll definitely get plenty of damage out to 40 or 50k, but with ships that are a little faster like the Scimitar, it's not quite so easy. But now he's tackled by the Saber, and I'm sure he'll be out of here pretty quick. Yeah, this is just great. I love seeing the Abaddons do a lot of damage. They're hard to field in the tournament. They have low amount of mid slots. They don't have a lot of utility, and people like them because they have range and they have a lot of damage, but it's tough to make them work. It's pretty sweet that CO2's pulled it off here, really convincingly, it looks like.
And the Abaddon's a really nice ship. You can brick it up and still have 3 damage mods in those lows to just rip an enemy apart. It looks like one of the CO2... looks like the Indecisive Certainty has now lost both a Drake and a Scimitar almost at the same time. Doesn't seem to be enough firepower remaining on the field. And I just lost a bunch of lock.
Yeah, that hurricane pulled back all of his armor, the CO2 one that was hurting, so really no risk at all. That cyclone going down really fast. He went through shields fairly quickly, and if his team's been an example, his armor and structure won't really do anything at all. So there he goes. One Drake left for Indecisive Certainty. It'll take a second for the Saber to run out and get him, and the Abaddon's maybe to close a little bit of range. But yeah, really awesome. I'm really surprised. I wonder how this setup, the CO2 setup, would do against the other teams in the tournament. They've got all their E-War on a Scorpion instead of on Rooks, which is a lot less common, and they've got all their damage in those battleships, which is also a little less common. Are you able to see what's going on there, Angel?
Yes, I am. It does seem like putting a lot of eggs into one basket, especially fielding a ship like the Scorpion, which is notoriously fragile, even with just fitting 4 jammers.
Yeah, right, yeah. This Drake is going down. He's going to be out real quick. One last quick thing interesting about bringing the Abaddons is we've seen so little Lamar, and so you have to get a little bit of an E-War advantage bringing a race that's less common like that, so that there's not as many racial specific jammers out there for you. So anyway, with that, CO2 does a great job, only loses a couple frigates, and that will be our last match before the break. Soundwave, where are you at?
I'm right here, Kill 2, and that was indeed the last match before the break. We're through our initial 8 matches. We have 8 more matches coming up, so don't go outside. The sunshine will be there on Monday. Stay with us today and tomorrow. At 18:20 Eve, we have the next match, Cry Havoc versus Plutonic, coming up. So go to the bathroom, get some popcorn, do whatever you need to do, and then come back and watch the 8 remaining matches. We'll be right back.